Okay, after hypothetically beating the game, we're up to 96 exits and 88%. And considering I have cleared out most of the villages we've already been to, yeah, there's more. Of course, we knew that already. Welcome back, everyone. This is Felon playing Zeux' world. Last time we beat the hypothetical boss of the game, the evil wizard TM. But there was, at the bottom of the stage, a password. Let me see if I can jump high enough to make this appear without hitting any of them. No, I guess you actually have to hit one. Okay, so the code we had at the bottom of the stage, which I'll put up on the screen if I remember, was 25834176. So presumably you're supposed to enter the numbers in that order. It also might mean you hit this one second, this one fifth, etc. But I think you just hit the numbers in that order, so we'll do that first. 34176. Okay. And yep, there the exit changes to question mark. And there's the second exit of obviously obvious. Just in case, I'll go back in and try doing it the other way, see if that does anything, so this would... Yeah, of course it's quite possible to do that when you're trying to jump on top of the blocks. That was 1, 2, 3 was here, 4, 5, 6 was the last one, 7 right next to it, and then, of course, the last remaining one was the 8. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Didn't expect it to, but it couldn't hurt to check. And just for safety's sake, I'll head out of the tower to make sure it saves. Go to level, exit out to make sure we're saved there. Because what's coming up is not at all friendly. As you may recall, going through the tower, we've experienced a number of gimmicks like high gravity, low gravity, upside down screen, reverse controls, invisible player, all sorts of things like that. Yog-Sothoth, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm not sure there is a proper pronunciation. It sounds like something out of Lovecraft. Anyway, basically we're combining pretty much all the gimmicks together. You have the annoying pulsing colors from the disco level, we have the appearing blocks from the invisible level, we have the reverse controls from Mirror Morons, we have the upside down gravity from the whatever that one was called, Topsy Turvy, I think. There's the exit there. There's a Z over here. And yeah. We have the feeling things out gimmick from Unseen Underground. Basically, it's a whole huge mess. I'm being relatively careless because, as I recall, you can't actually die in most of the level. So it does have that going for it. It's just annoying. Okay, so this is... Okay, that doesn't go anywhere else. Also, I think that I remember there being actually 2 Z's in the level. You only have to get 1, of course. But we'll see about that when we get further in. Also, obviously, if you're photosensitive, you already shouldn't be watching. This level is a pain. As the game has made clear a number of times, the Tower of Dystopia is not your friend. It's just worse than ever here. Okay. It seems like I have a split path here. I'll try going to... Well, I'm pressing left, but to the right here. Is that a opening? Also, there are no gems or coins, so that has that going for it. That looks like there's a hole in the thing there, so this might just be to come back if you fall down. said, I've not been here in quite some time, but it's the kind of thing where the general concept is hard to forget. The details are another matter, but the general concept, oh boy. Okay. The darkness gimmick actually helps to offset the invisibility gimmick because you can use the spotlight kind of thing to get a feel for where your character is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at here. I think there may be a series of jumps up there along these... Okay. Did I just take a shortcut? Wait, how did I do that? Like this? Okay, I have no idea how I got up there. Maybe there was a glitch in the collision. Because it looks like that should not be possible. Okay, so this part is apparently just to get back up if you fall down. Or back down if you fall up, I guess. Anytime there's reverse gravity, it's confusing to describe. I'm going to keep hitting the ceiling here in case it matters. Okay, so looks like there's nothing else up there. Here there were some holes in the floor, so need to be a little more careful to avoid having to do that again. There's a surprise block there. Okay. Okay, and here... I just wanted to go little by little so as not to fall between these pillars. Like that. Okay. Making some progress again. Come to think of it, the level may wrap around also, which may be how you get to that Z. Okay, this is what I was thinking of in the Unseen Underground, when there was the one spot where I was thinking it was you go back and forth repeatedly to go up a tunnel. Yep. This goes up a little ways. Okay, and that's as far up as we go. There's another stairway kind of thing. There's a... No, it's not a dead end. Was there something to the right? Nope. Okay, so this just zigzags back and forth for a bit, I think. Yep. And that's nothing. There's another hole there. Okay, so that part's done. Here we have another maze, it looks like. Engage the bunny hop. See if that helps. Seems to. Yeah, it makes it easier to go up at least. Okay, that was a bit of a setback. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're back up here, and it looks like after that first one, all of these pits are going to be actual... not pits, but at least setbacks, so... It appears that the bit of the ceiling before them gives you a warning, so... If there's an indent in the ceiling, there's about to be a hole in the floor. Okay, you can come up here. Which is interesting. There are blocks up here also, not just the ones you can hit from below, so that's also interesting. Okay, this is... Well, there's the Z, but I didn't actually get it. That's interesting. That may be how you're supposed to get to it, but not quite like that. Let's give it another try. Also, it occurs to me that must have been a different Z, because that didn't have any blocks around it, I think, and this obviously does. So, yeah, that's what I meant by there being two. I think it may be you're only supposed to be able to get to one of them. We'll see. Okay, we're back up here again. I'm going to try going along the... I guess this is technically the top of the level. And see if staying inside the geometry of whatever was over here works a little better. Okay, and this is where the extra stuff off the apparent edge was. Just gonna go back and forth. There does seem to be a stairway here, which is a good sign. That means you're expected to get down here and be able to get back up. Except there are no walls on the side, though. Yeah, there's the Z. So that's all of them. And that's good. We're going to need them soon. And I'll demonstrate why when it comes time. Also, because this is at the very bottom of the level, the screen is not scrolling up appropriately. Well, down. Either way. That means it's kind of hard to judge whether you're in the very bottom or not quite the bottom. Okay. There. There. Alright, this is back and forth. Yeah, up at this point there are walls here, but once you get below a certain point, or above, depending on how you interpret the reverse gravity orientation of the level, there stop being walls. So you can fall right off the level to the sides of this, which I accidentally demonstrated already. Come on. Yeah, this is trickier than it looks because I can't see my character, so it makes it hard to judge exactly where I need to jump. Okay, back up here. Need to go to the left, which is pressing right. Okay, fall back down again. Yeah. That's the kind of level this is. Though I did find one useful thing. When you're at the part with the pillars, you can just hold left and you'll go down them, not even have to worry about doing the jumps. Okay, we're back into new stuff here. I'm not sure exactly what's here, so... looks just a series of staircase kind of things. Okay, we're through the saw fields, and there's the exit. And that is that stage done, and I never have to come back here again except on my other save file, which I'm maintaining to demonstrate what happens if you don't have all the Z's. And this takes us to the pinnacle of the tower, which goes to a crash. Fortunately, everything did save as usual, so let's try this again. And, yep, here we are. We're up in the clouds in a place called Sunspot, but that one level is more than enough for one video. Like I've said, it's not particularly dangerous for most of it, but it is extremely frustrating. I fell and had to backtrack several times off camera. Yeah. Anyway, this has been Aerofelon playing Zeux' World. Come back next time and we'll see what Sunspot is all about. Hope to see you then.